Today I'm going to tell you how to take care of that incredible heirloom wedding album with 10 quick tips. If this is your first time watching, I'm Kelsey, and I help you create heirloom quality photos that you love so that we can get them printed and you can pass them on down for generations. You've invested in and now have your heirloom quality wedding album, but how do you take care of it to make sure that it will last for all those generations? I'm going to give you 10 quick and easy tips that you can implement right now to make sure that your album is being cared for and that you'll be able to look at it with your grandkids someday. If you haven't already, you can watch this video to see why I think albums are important, or you can watch this video on what it means for an album to be heirloom quality. Now for those tips, and a few of them come from the album companies themselves, so you know that they're from the actual experts who help create these albums. 1. Make sure to store it flat to protect the spine. 2. You don't want to stack anything too heavy on the album, so make sure not to put a bunch of stuff on top of it. 3. Do your best not to get the pages wet, and if you do, make sure to wipe them down and leave the book open to let the pages dry completely before you close it. If you close it too soon, the pages could stick together and they could rip whenever you go to open the album the next time. I know this firsthand because my son has drooled all up in some board books, and the board books are not the same quality as your album, but when you go to open them and it just pulls the picture off of one page and onto the other. That wouldn't be a fun thing to happen to your heirloom wedding album. And number 4, please know that the extreme heat and humidity can affect your album, so you want to leave it in a temperature and humidity controlled environment, like most modern homes these days with air conditioning. Basically this one is like, don't leave it in your car for a whole week or a long weekend or anything like that, because it could affect the album. 5, if you need to wipe off the pages, like if there are fingerprint smudges on them from looking at the pictures, just use a soft cloth and lightly wipe down the pages. 6, avoid using any solvents or cleaning products on the pages of your album. Just like we talked about, if you're cleaning, just that soft cloth, you don't want to be using anything that's going to alter the pages. If you do get something on the pages, you can try and use water to remove it, or something called Goo Gone. Again, you'll just want to make sure that the album is completely dry before you close it. Number 8, the leather or linen covers can be wiped down with a clean, damp rag. And if the leather is scuffed, you can try and rub it and kind of buff it out with your fingers. 9, make sure that people know that those albums have thick pages. We had a couple of family members trying to pry them apart whenever we were showing them our wedding album because they thought that pages had just been stuck together. And number 10, don't be afraid to display it. Just know that constant direct sunlight may cause the cover of the album to fade, much like the sunlight would do with anything. I hope these tips will help you keep that album heirloom quality for all those generations to come. You can subscribe just with the little button in the corner, and new videos pop up every Monday. Can't wait to see you next week. Bye.